hit subscribe.
We interrupt our program.
Welcome back everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Booster 2000. You'll see today going to help us with me. Where are we? There he is. Little bear. B. Come on B. Yeah, it's a bit helping whilst we're waiting for the health visitor to come and check on Hope. So mum's having a little siesta. So yeah, this is going to be a bit of a hard video to do because somebody's outside power washing their drive. But I'm going to show you, I'm going to look at installing the audio. I wanted to run it through the ECU loom and come through the bulkhead of the passenger side, but to be honest, I'm just going to do what I know and go through the driver's side, okay? I'll show you the wiring now. I've got plenty of wire, and let's hopefully get this sub into the car and let's get a bit of bass. So yeah, we've got the cover off and we have plenty of room. We're going to run it through here and then go through this little hole and come out under the dash. I'm going to be running it down here nice and neat all the way across here. Oh my god, it needs a hoover. Up underneath the seat. It should give me enough to get to the amp, which will be mounted hopefully to the back of the seat. I think they opened the boot ready. Yeah, so I'll be mounting the amp to the back of the seat currently. Hopefully I'll be able to do this without taking the face clocks out the speedo by just taking off this plastic trim I'll show you now with a Phillips screwdriver. These guys really want to come out and help me, don't they? You can hear it in them. But they can't be trusted. They'll run riots in the streets. Plus there's kids out playing, so that's a no-no. Excellent. Don't know if you can see down there. Hold on. Let's get this out. There we have our power cable. That was nice and simple. Feed it, feed it, feed it, all the way through the hole now. Get rid of all this slack. Really easy, nice simple wire tuck. Lift this up and get this underneath there. Tuck it in along here. Pull this out and tuck it in on the carpet. So yeah, so far nice and simple. I can't believe how dirty this car is. I would say I'm embarrassed, but I'm not because I'm enjoying using it. Excuse me, that's my garage. I found the guilty culprit. Look what she's just done to my auto lead set. Look what you've done! Look what you've done! You're so excited and so proud, aren't you? Thanks for that, guys. Well done. Don't go tune no wires. Real time wiper check. Let's make sure nothing's catching. And that's why we check. Just hitting that. Take two. Okay, so wipers check. They work and tested. Really important, check my fan. Last thing I want to do is my fan not work. Yeah, that's working. Tidy us all back. Here's as guilty. So next we're going to run earth, okay? And we've also got to put an end cap on the end of the power. So splice the end and just crimp this on. Maybe use a bit of heat shrink as well. We'll see how that works out now. Yes, I do have proper crimping tools. Think of a pressure I can apply with this. Comes in handy. Right, if I want to, I could fill that in with solder or I could compress up there too, but I think this is pretty solid. Yeah, that's definitely done the job. And as they say in Twin Town being Welsh, a nice bit of sticky on the end. You won't get to see this, and the reason I'm doing that, just to be extra cautious. Okay, next job, RCAs and the remote cable. So the remote cable is labelled up, lovely, and the RCA simply just plug into there. I've got to be honest, if you can hear me over that, right, some idiot has been power washing a drive, well some company has, up the road, for the sake of like, since 9 o'clock, and it's like now 2:30. It's getting on my tits. So anyhow, I've put this on, which is going to be simply into the remote, keep it simple. Okay, so earth connected. I've run the earth from here, RCAs are in. I've also done the remote. Look at the earth point now, and that looks nice. So I'm going to sand that back a little bit and put a nut and a bolt on it quickly. Okay, so that should do. I'm getting real sick of this guy. He's literally doing my ears in. Next job, speaker cable, nicely marked up as plus and minus. Let's get this into the amp. So in theory, nice little push connections on here. So just push them in, put hose pipes in, this cable. This is wired up, it needs to be cleaned, needs to be fitted. But let's try it, shall we? Let's hope we don't blow anything up. We close this boot gently. Okay, this is in real time. So hope we have no bangs. Battery disconnected. Bear with me. Take number 2. Fan works, fuel pump works. Oops, knocked it. So look. Okay, so this comes on, let's turn this right down.
Yeah. 12 seconds later.
Right, bit of a problem. It's been ages. I can't seem to get any power. Whoops. So basically, I've checked the remote. I have power from the remote to the earth on the amp. I have 12.5 volts across the earth and the positive on the amp. So I've checked the fuse and all that kind of stuff. I've got resistance across the RCAs from where I've plugged them in, but I've got nothing coming out resistance or anything on the speakers. So I'm going to quickly nip up Holmesy's bore another amp just to test everything is okay before I strip this amp down and start cleaning it or look at anything could be potentially blown. So my simple 10-minute installation wasn't a simple one. Okay, take 2, that's amp number 2. Thank you, Holmesy. And just show you the different amp. There's the other. This guy's wanged in now, but it's absolutely chucking down now. I've got the guts full. And all I managed to do is change my alpine head unit, which I do like this one because it is quirky and you can angle it and all that kind of stuff. And it looks pretty cool and retro down there. It matches the clocks. But I still have no power with these amps. But I have power, I have a red light on the amp. I have nothing out of my RCAs. I've got power to remote, I've got ground, I've got ohms going in the amp, but just got nothing coming out of the speakers. So, I don't know, amp take number 3 maybe. So you have 2 amps, don't seem to be doing a job. Can't try that, and obviously I can't use that. It's absolutely pissing down out now and my car's like a swimming pool. Fantastic day. That is one hell of a productive day. So yeah, the car is absolutely drenched, I am absolutely drenched, and we've had no joy.
3 days later.
It's the next day and I've had no joy with these subs. So one powers up, one doesn't have a power light. One powers and has power to the amp with a light on without no remote. I've checked that we've got power to the remote. I've checked the earth points for multimeter, and I've checked for power and the earth multimeter. So there is no output at the sound. There's no voltage coming through. So I've done the same test to the speakers, which I would done to the speakers that are coming out of the amp, and there is no sound coming out of there. So I have no volts. So we're going to go to, which I haven't been to for like 15-20 years, the Singleton Car Classic Show in Swansea. We're going to go there, get some fresh air, get out the baby, and go past Hal Frauds and see if they got any equipment there. And then maybe we can finish this video. That went as expected.
1 eternity later.
Take number 2, Halfords in Neath. Okay, so this is like literally the next day. I've had an absolute guts full. I threw everything by out, temper, and I chucked all by. Car was soaking inside out. Both amps didn't seem to work. So I'm on my gimbal now. So if you have come here, this is where the sub is going to be. So I'm going to take this back out quickly, get this on the ground. Bit of waters around where I did that, what's it called, seal the other day. Anyway, still needs paint. Right, scrap that I'm going to look at the earth on here. I'm going to redo it, and then after I've done that, I'm going to put the amp back in, and I'm going to test the water and actually see if I can get this to work. And then all failing that, I'm going to buy myself a new amp. And you always know where to buy them, so I'm going to buy it off Amazon probably, because I can use Prime, because I'm impatient. The other issue is as well, I went to Halfords, which I've had a clip up previously. Disastrous. They had these little vibe ones, said they had stock in places. I went to 2 different ones and they didn't have the stock there. So I always get a bad experience with Halfords, that's the truth. And I go back because you get Welsh for a discount. So they're lucky I get that. Anyway, I'm not going to bore you anymore now, okay, because I'm rambling and rabbling. Chelsea said I got it wrong in the last video. I've got it, sorry, I'm just going to try and get one of these amps in and see if it works, and really wish me luck. Also, wish me luck I win that Red Dream car giveaway Escort Cosworth tonight. I'd be happy then too. Yeah, that'd make my day. Okay, so I'm going to show you something now which is really, really strange in my opinion. Okay, I gotta be careful I do not frazzle myself. Light is on. Earth. Okay. No earth, amp is still on. RCA's out. It's surfing through the RCA's. Very, 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 very strange. Plug them back in, and then again the amp is on, earthed. Strange, does not make any sense to me. Also, just to add to the mix, okay, more weirdly, the head unit isn't even on, so it's not got a remote. It shouldn't be powering on. I've not played with audio for years and years, but this is really defeating me. It should be remote, power, earth. Turn the head unit on, hi-fi comes on. Well, the additional audio, and that ain't working. So looks like I'm gonna have to get another amp. Strip these 2 down hopefully and make one good one, or get them redone. Because they are good amps, and get that sub into the floor. But in the meantime, I'm gonna quickly hoover the boot out and clean this sub up. Just clean this boot up anyway, ready. Using this M Pro Interior Clean and Protect. Give it a bit of a spray. Spray this down. Give it a bit of a scrub. And then what we'll do is hoover them. Smells nice. Little heady. This is recommended to us by Adam Smith. Must follow Adam, not go and watch his channel. He's selling his causes. Adam, I feel for you, buddy. I feel for you. What really adds to insult is I just found 1 hour's worth of 33 hertz bass frequency, and I'm sure John Ball back in the day, if you're watching this, done me that. Old Fast Car Garage, always some tunes on there. This is I'm not sure, but this is an audio CD. I'll show you now. And then Bass Killer Hertz. This was a sound off CD which I used to use. Let's get this in the car, shall we? Let's see what it sounds like on the 6x9s. So yeah, I got the old CD on, just my 6x9s right now. Don't sound the same, what is it? Look at that. Hold on. Anyone remember these? Don't know what that sounds like, but I can't wait to get the sub on a go. So in fairness, I wanted to go for a stealth build. So sub fits really nice here. So I can still put the pram in here and the bassinet, I think Chelsea said what it's called. And I can fit that in. It's cleaned up nice. Next job, replace the wires on these, tidy all that up. Get an amp in here, get either mounted the seat there or mounted behind this box, we'll soon see. And yeah, we have sounds. I'm absolutely not one person who will admit defeat. If you haven't noticed already in my videos, But I've given up on them mums. Let's have a look how tidy this is now though. So look, I could have done this neater. I put new cable down here. Should really be down there out of the way. But it's all been soldered. We've got new clips on it. It's all tied up out of the way. And the boot is relatively clean. Could do with a vax. Well, not a vax, I got a wet vacuum now. But yeah, I can still get the pram in. And that's the main thing. So, getting there now.
One eternity later.
Okay, so it's the day after. Again, there's been lots of days after in this video probably, based on the fact that I've not got this to work. Anyhow, I've gone out and done something. Big hoorah. So, first of all though, just want to let you know that this video is not sponsored by Car Vertical, okay? So you can't check your vehicle on this video. However, what you can do is you can do HPI online for a few quid. It'll tell you history. Or you can go to the DVLA website, you can see your MOT history. Or you can tap up somebody in the motor trade and they'll tell you anyway. It's not sponsored by Y-Food, unfortunately. I don't have my own drink. And also it's not sponsored by a Lord's timepiece, even though I'd love it to be. But I'm more of a kind of Casio guy, cheap basic Casio, calculator watch, or I do also like a fake Rolex, because I can't afford the real thing. But bit of a hint, juice. So what it is sponsored by is my own personal credit card, bringing you good content. And I went out and bought this last night on Amazon Prime at about 10:15, and it got delivered this morning at 9:05 on Amazon Prime. So we're gonna do a little bit of an unboxing. Let's have a look, shall we? So duty calls. But first impression on amp, it looks nice, it's solid, comes with spare fuses, comes with screws. It can run like, what's it called? Crossover or bridge style sub. So that 1 amp could, in theory, run my two 6x9s and my sub. I don't want to obviously overwork it though. I could run the 6x9s of head unit no problem because it's got a built-in head amplifier in the old Alpines. But yeah, I'm happy with that. So we're going to nip out and do some stuff, but I'll get it on after. But I'm not sure if any of you see my socials. I had a little bit of a rant about saying I'm boycotting Autoglim and Auto Finesse and stuff and all these kind of things, because they offered sponsorship deals and you had to do like what kind of shows you're going to, show us a picture of your car, show your socials. And even though I tag them, I do loads of stuff, spent literally thousands of pounds probably over years on a product. Don't we, yeah? And we're not anymore because it's all for you now. And they just said, sorry at this time, but you don't basically cut what we're looking for. However, we will consider you in the near future, if need be. And I thought, you cheeky effing bees. Because, I don't know, maybe it's because I'm not a season queen, maybe because I'm not bagged, maybe because I don't have OnlyFans. But I thought to myself, I've got a good following. The car goes to lots of shows. It's a very, very clean car. It's been built, not bought. As well as always messing on with other cars. So I thought I could offer them a lot more than they could probably offer me. But never mind. But on a serious note, if anybody does want to offer me any form of kind of like help for the channel, feel free, crack on, drop me a message on my Instagram. Don't want to sound like I'm begging or anything like that, but it all helps. So I spend a significant amount of time doing it, so I'm actually enjoying it. And I will really big up your products and shout them out. But anyway, you can see I'm busy right now. I'll get on to this amp next. Say bye. Okay, so what an amazing day. It's absolutely lovely out, isn't it? Hope's having a feed. Or she might be having a nap actually. Mum's just having a rest and I'm out playing with the car whilst I got 2 minutes. So I've temporarily put the amp in. We got power, it works. I'm going to tidy that up now. But when I took my 6x9s off, I noticed that the polarities, I don't know if I've wired them up wrong, because the wires I wired them up to didn't have plus or minus previously. to the new Phoenix Gold cables I've got. So basically, I don't know if polarity's right, so I'm going to show you a quick test of how to check if you're running them correct, the plus and the minus of the minus. Nice simple one. Also, the amp is a 4-channel, so it's bridgeable for the sub. So what I can also do is run an additional RCA, because I'm running a single RCA out of the bass output on the head unit. So I don't want to split that, so I can run an additional RCA and then run my 6x9s off a high pass filter purely off the amp as well. Seems like a good bit of kit, to be honest. But anyhow, let me show you how to test this on a multimeter. Okay, so I put my multimeter setting on the lowest one on the volts, okay? The head unit is running power currently, okay? So it's got power running through it, it's running volume, but all speakers are disconnected. So if I go minus on here and plus on here, okay? So this one on the right, it's really difficult to show you with a multimeter. Let me see if I can wedge these in here to show you. Hope you can see. Maybe double check and go back. Yeah, you can see, right, okay, so that's running minuses, okay? So that tells me currently that the black is the live. So let's swap these around. So let's go back to positive in there and minus in there. That is showing, well, yeah, positive. When multimeter's on the left there, it's a bit faulty. So yeah, that's positive, okay? So this one is the positive, which I've got to find out on the back of here, which I believe is the thick one, if I remember correctly. And the negative is the narrow one. I hope our little test will educate you in future reference, so you know how to test the polarity of your speakers. And actually, when I run my amp now to the 6x9s, and run them nice and neat, you're not going to have no wires on show. Nice and quiet, just to test it. Yeah, we have a sound system. So actually, try. Right, we ventured out because we don't want to play this music too loud outside the house and upsetting all the neighbours even more. If you're watching over across the road, I don't like you. I'll probably get copyrighted, but about 20. yeah, I forgot to mention too, the sub, would I recommend it? Well, it seems to do a job. So all in all, that subwoofer cost me 20 quid of a box. The auto leads and Phoenix Gold and stuff, cables and all that were free. They're about 35 quid. And the amp, I think, was £80, something like that, delivered, or 79 quid. So all in all, 100 quid. Happy days, laughing, and too much of my time. But yeah, the amp is great. It does a job. It's got low pass filters, high pass filters. You can run bridged on a sub. You can run 2 subs bridged, or you can run 4 separate speakers. What I don't think is great is the fact that I did see it on the reviews on Amazon. When you put screws through, they don't go down, well, the heads are too thick and there's like tapers down a little bit, so you can't get the heads down. So I had to use different screws if I would change anything. I've given some feedback as to that. But yeah, that's it. Cheers everyone, bye. And there we have it. Car is home, audio is installed. I do have a 15-inch sub to install, which I still will be doing in the near future. And floor build, but yeah, I'm really happy with that for now. Few things as well, like I said, I put up earlier tonight about this clean and stuff like that, but I'm on display at +44 on the Maguire's lawn. Apparently selected top 20 as the best lawn, and with being like a VAG show and stuff like that and being a Ford, it's really cool. I'm landed, so I'm chuffed a bit to that. If you want to sort me out with any cleaning products to get up there, I will scream about you up there. I will mention you about that. I will mention so much about you. You'll be all over my socials. Your products will be in front of the car for the day and stuff like that. It's up to you. It's worth a punt. And that sounds like begging, so it is a bit cringe. But look, I put a lot into this YouTube channel, so I don't know, give me something back. Nah, joking. But yeah, RS2000 as well. Now, last question I'm gonna leave you on. My mate Carl Ward gave me a thermostat switch before because my fan wasn't working off the thermostat. I do have an additional one that comes in off the ECU, and I do have an additional one off a switch. But for one where I turn the car off and it's still hot, that isn't working. It's no issue really, but is it quite common for these to fail? One that goes inside the thermostat, and does anybody know where I can get an original one from off the shelf? That would be fantastic. Anyhow, until next time, I'll see you soon.